morning, fantasy football. This is the Beer League Fantasy Podcast. Beer League?
Beer League.
I'm your host, Tyler Rose, and we have a very special episode for you today. We decided it was a great day, the sun is shining, and Cody has a pool, and we decided let's just record our podcast inside of the pool. So we got some good content coming for you. Today's theme is going to be Question Master. We're just going to randomly think of questions. There's not a bunch of structure to this episode. We're just going to randomly think of situations, scenarios inside of the NFL, what we think, our opinion. And we're going to discuss and debate them, and we're going to go for as long as we please. The only rule that we have is that, as you can see if you go to our YouTube channel, is we have a bunch of little men on our drinks, and you have to take it off to be able to take a drink. And if you don't, you have to drink again, and we call you out. All right.
What's everybody's little man's name?
Cody.
I am Chad.
Mine is Ryan.
Brad.
Mitch.
Alrighty.
All right, start it off. So, to get the conversation going, Jerick McKinnon went down. Recent news. Unfortunate. May he rest his knee, rest in peace.
And
But
Chase's fantasy team.
and Chase's fan.
That's pretty cool.
Who do you guys think the most viable backup is going to be? Is it going to be Matt Breida? Like, what do you think? Do you think he's going to take over?
So I think he's definitely going to get the first crack at it.
Yep.
So his destiny pretty much lies in his hands, how he takes the opportunity and runs with it. But Alfred Morris is also a veteran in the league. He's never been that stud, but he can definitely fill in and provide some good stuff, I guess, for the team, I think. So,
No, I agree.
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the first crack.
I think if I had to pick one of them, they said that Matt Breida is going to get the first crack, or supposedly Shanahan said that. But I think Alfred Morris is just a better running back. Like, yeah, he might not have the pass catching ability, but I think he can still do it if he gets the opportunity to. I mean, Carlos Hyde was never known as a pass catcher, and he had a ton of receptions last year under the Shanahan offense. So
It's true.
it's like they can make him into a pass catcher. He's an NFL athlete. He can do it. So,
I think they'll split 50-50 throughout the whole season, really. I don't think you can really...
not going to be one or the other.
Yeah.
It's going to take it over.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of always been Alfred Morris's thing. You know, he's always been that 50-50 back. He's never really carried anything. So I think going into this year when they got rid of went out with a running back that, you know, this is going to be the system that they're going to run. It's a scheme now. It's not really a true power back.
It's true. Jerick McKinnon was supposed to be that guy, but we'll see if somebody takes over.
It's sad because I think this was his year to prove
Yeah.
that he's the number one guy. But
I agree. He had a lot of doubters, too.
And I think this was Chase's year to beat Rose. I think that was
Oh, no,
absolutely
I
lovely.
beat him last year. I did beat him last year.
Okay. Well,
One time.
Yeah.
And I
So
made
who
fun
do
of
you
him.
think's going to recover from the McKinnon loss better, me or Chase?
I mean, who's better at playing the waiver wire is probably you, Tanner. I mean, you just get some people. But
well, I'm sure Chase knows what the waiver is. But we'll figure it out.
well, yeah.
there's a new thing called the waiver wire.
Oh,
It's fantasy
my
what they put in
God.
this year. It's amazing.
He'll trade one of his 5 quarterbacks for
Yeah.
a new running
Chase,
back.
I'd like you to explain yourself and plead your case, and we'll have a trial here of like why you have 5 quarterbacks in your dynasty league. We only start 1 quarterback on our teams.
Plan for the future.
No, I'll have a backup. I have a true backup. in
Backup
Drew
for the
Brees.
backup for the backup.
Drew Brees is my technical backup. Jared Goff, if he goes off, then maybe he'll be my backup. But my
In
scheme
3
is,
years, Lamar Jackson.
my scheme is over the next 3 years, someone will need quarterback, and one of them will work out, if not 2 of them. So you guys are going to need to trade me something valuable for a quarterback.
Or we can just pick somebody off the waiver.
You could.
Because
Possibly.
in 3 to 5 years, there's definitely going to be a better quarterback on the waiver wire.
Possibly. Maybe.
I still don't understand the reasoning.
You just wait. It's going to happen.
Chase's long-term investment. We will check back. We'll put in a time capsule, and we'll figure out 3 to 5 years what his quarterback situation looks like.
It's not my quarterback situation. It's more of like how I progress.
Your trade?
My trade situations go down.
Yeah.
I'm betting on that.
Hey, Cody, take off that little man.
Almost did.
Oh.
Yeah, Cody, take off Cody.
So what's everybody's prediction for first game of the season this Thursday? Atlanta
talk
versus
Thursday.
Philly.
Yeah. So I think they're at Philly, correct? So now Carson Wentz is not going to be playing in that game. Nick Foles is going to be the starting quarterback. Jay Ajayi is back and healthy. They say he's going to play week 1. Alshon Jeffrey is not going to be playing the first week. He said he might be out for about 3 weeks. They're going to be down that receiver. From the Falcons side, I think they're locked and loaded and ready to go. I don't think they have any weaknesses. Anybody's hurt, anything like that. I think they're 2 pretty evenly matched teams. I think it'll be actually a really good game for the first game, to be honest.
I think the Falcons are going to take it.
You think Falcons will win it?
Yeah.
Not at home? They're going to win away?
Yeah, I do.
Wow. Okay.
I think Atlanta will also come out with the W.
I think the Eagles will win.
What do you guys think?
I don't know. I think
Eagles
the
or
Falcons
Falcons?
got. I think the Falcons got it.
I like the
not
Eagles.
by a lot, but I think they edged a small victory.
About you, Cody?
I got the Falcons.
Wow, 4 Falcons against 1.
Oh, the betting odds might be my favorite. Get more reward.
Beer bet
But-
right there.
A beer bet on that? Ah, God. That's a hard one. Because I can see... No, you know what? I'll do it. I'll beer bet. Do all of you guys have to punishment? I just get 1 punishment?
We all get to choose a
I like
separate
that.
punishment.
That's dumb. I'm not... No, it's 1 punishment. Not
One
4. But if I win, I get 4 punishments, 1 for each of you.
What?
All right, whatever. That's
Fair
fine.
That's fine.
Deal.
Mark it down.
Guess we'll know here soon.
Yep, about 3 days. So what are some other interesting matchups you guys are looking for this week?
I think you're going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, probably so. Jags versus the Giants.
Odell.
Just the Odell versus Ramsey.
That's a good point.
I'm pulling for Ramsey because Odell's against me in the Dynasty League this week. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. I think Odell still probably get his, but I don't think he's going to go off.
No.
I don't. I think Ramsey's the real deal.
No, I agree.
I low-key kind of it's bittersweet, though, because, like, if Odell goes off, I hate to hear Ramsey's mouth, so, like, just to shut him up, but at the same time, but I don't know.
He's going to be talking in his ear all day. He made A.J. Green, flip the hell out on him last year.
Yeah.
That's what he does to players.
I mean,
It's kind of shitty, but it's part of his strategy. That's just what he does.
it's like the Richard Sherman. It's like
Yeah.
the new Richard Sherman of the league, really. It's probably better.
I think it's better.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Odell's going to have a big game. First game back in a while. He's going to be hyped.
Wants to prove
100,
it.
over 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Calling it.
No
Wow.
way. I will take
Yeah.
the under of that. 2 touchdowns?
We'll see.
That dude. What?
It's
Against the Jags
it's Odell
defense?
Beckham. Yeah, it happens. Julio.
You want to beer about that?
Julio scored 300 with a touchdown, or 300 yards and a touchdown against Sherman.
Dude. Over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
I think we'll have about 70 yards and no touchdowns.
Really?
I think he'll at least get a touchdown.
Yeah.
His first
Maybe.
game back, he's going to look for it.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they don't have to rely on him the whole time. They have Saquon now, so
Exactly. I think he's going to open it up more. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
why not?
I'm interested to see what Saquon does against the Jags defense his
Yeah.
first game. I hope he doesn't try too hard, too much.
is that a 1:00 game or is that a?
It's probably 1 o'clock, I'd
Yeah,
say.
I think it is because I think the Green Bay might have the 8:00 game.
Green Bay has, Sunday Night Football is Green Bay and Bears. That'll be a good game.
That'll be an interesting game.
I'm excited to watch that. I want to see what Jordan
What do
Howard's
you
doing.
guys, since we've seen it talked about on ESPN and everything, what do you think about the Lil Mack situation?
Makes the Bears defense better. They're not great still, but it makes them a lot better.
I mean, do you think that
they can build around
you
him.
think the Raiders are stupid to get rid of him?
Yes.
I think
He was a difference maker on the field, and it sucks because they were just looking at it from a money standpoint, and they're just like, well, we don't want to pay him this much, and it's like, well, he's good enough to get paid that much, so it's like, I don't know.
Right.
It's like when that guy just signed. I don't remember his name, but just signed with the Rams.
Aaron Donald.
Just signed another deal. Like that.
You know,
That's a lot of money.
Somebody had to pay him.
maybe it was maybe dumb for them to release him, but I do think it speaks a little bit about John Gruden and who he is. He doesn't really care.
Don't put up with that.
Yeah, he don't put up with that, and disagree or agree with it. he stuck to his guns and he's made a decision. So we'll see.
No, I agree. Well, they traded him. They didn't just cut him. So they got stuff.
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, for sure.
Two
They got
first-round
actually
picks
they
on
got
it.
some good picks like
Yeah,
for the future.
yeah.
They really did. Like, I think it was actually for what they got in return. I think it was a good decision.
I mean,
Might as well. His value was pretty high, and somebody was willing to pay him.
Yeah, it's true.
He's
What
still
are we-
relatively young. Isn't
what
he?
are, what are we thinking of John Gruden's first year? Over under?
500,
Really?
no more.
Nothing special.
No,
You think he's gonna go 500?
it's a process. You just got to build a team. That Raiders team was god awful last year.
Yeah.
They were bad. They just got to rebuild. They know what they got to do.
It's kind of strange though because the year before they were a good team,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
I
receivers,
agree.
yeah.
I don't think anything of. I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be like 3 or 4 games over 500, but I mean, I guess it could happen. But I agree with the 500 mark.
I'd be shocked if they. I mean, not shocked, but I'd be surprised if they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
I just don't think they will. They'll win some games. They're gonna lose games.
They had to release a athletic wide receiver who really hasn't proved anything because he can't keep his head straight, but it's kind of a little fall for him. So
They just went and signed Braden LaFell.
yeah, I
too.
saw that. I think
Oh, did they
that'll
really?
help him
Yeah,
out.
that will help
That
him
dude's
out.
been bouncing around a lot though recently.
That's what
hasn't
happens.
he?
Yeah, when he's on the tail end of his career, when you start doing that, you just start bouncing around teams, just trading piece or re-signing with people. But I mean, there's worse receivers out there.
Does Des Bryant go to the Raiders?
Dude, the thing is, I don't even know if anybody's gonna sign him
I really don't think so.
unless somebody gets hurt, unless
Why
like a big
wouldn't
name
anybody
receiver.
have signed him by now?
Because he's too expensive and he's too
Yes.
old.
He wants too much.
He wants
money.
way too much money.
And he's old.
And he's
like,
not young.
Past his
Yeah.
prime.
Thing is I feel
That's
like
the thing.
he's so like headstrong that I feel like he's maybe said it that he'll wait out a year if he has to. He won't even play this season
I think
if
that
he doesn't get
lessens
the
his
deal.
value. You can't sit out a year of football and just
Oh,
expect to come back and be a
I
monster.
agree.
Marshawn Lynch did.
But
If he does sign, is he going to the Cleveland Browns?
he already passed that up.
Yeah,
right?
he
Yeah, he passed that up.
I think he
Well,
used
I
that
saw
as a
reports
bargaining
it's
chip.
still in the air. It's still in the air, like potentially.
What I think is he went and visited the Browns and talked to him so he could get on Hard Knocks and he could get some press for that.
Was he on
Yeah,
Hard Knocks?
He was.
I think- yeah.
They had like
Oh, I
a
didn't
whole
watch it.
segment for him.
Yeah.
I did not watch that episode.
Yeah,
He
so he got a
came
bunch
in,
of press
yeah.
for it.
Yep.
You never know. I don't know. I think even if somebody does sign him, I'm not going to run and use my waiver pickup to go get
No.
him. If he's on the waivers, I'm not.
That's
Or
crazy.
you have him on your bench.
He might be. I mean, he's a decent stash because somebody will probably sign him because somebody big name receiver is going to get hurt and they'll go out and sign him or something.
Yep.
And they'll have to sign him for like
Jason's
a half a
gonna go
season
pick
or
him up
something.
real quick.
I already have Des Bryant.
Oh, dude. In Dynasty?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm not that dumb.
How old is Des?
Oh, he's over 30. He's
Yeah,
got it.
He's over 30.
He's got
Yeah,
it.
he played. He's been playing for quite a while.
Wow.
AJ Green's 30.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these guys.
So is Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I figured. I thought Antonio was that old.
Andy Dalton's pretty old now.
Andy Dalton's a little bit older.
I guess the next
Quarterbacks last long.
thing that I was going to ask, what we kind of discussed earlier, is who's one player you think is too hyped up and he's not going to perform up to everyone's standards.
Oh, I know. Mine is. Let me go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chris Hogan is way overhyped. Way overhyped, dude. So the first 4 weeks, while Julian Edelman is out, he's gonna have value. He's gonna get his, and he's gonna look really, really good. When Julian Edelman comes back, he's not gonna be the same. For one, when Julian Edelman comes back, he's the third receiver on the team over Gronk and over Edelman. He's the third option. You're gonna take a third option. Like how high you have to draft Hogan is ridiculous. And also they got like tons of pass catching running backs. They got White. They got Sony Michel. Burkhead can catch. Like I just don't see a world where he succeeds. Like yeah, he had a good year last year. And I think people are gonna think he's gonna redo that. But he had like a good stretch of like 4 or 5 games, and then he got
Yeah.
hurt.
Pretty
I had him
sure-
on my team.
yeah,
That's
you
why.
had him.
And I was like, no. I just think people are gonna be pretty disappointed in his performance this year. If I had to get, I mean, he's worth having because you can use him really
Good
well.
bench spot.
Yeah.
See how it plays out.
I mean, he's not. I mean, I'd rather have him than like nobody on my team, but I just don't think he's gonna.
I'd rather have
Dude.
him than like a 6 quarterback on your bench.
He's not like a red zone weapon or something. He's not an overpowering big dude. I just don't see it. I don't know.
He did get hot last year for like
Yeah.
6 games in a row. Just
Yeah.
the man. But
He was a top 10 receiver.
still don't trust him.
I don't.
In a normal fantasy week, I guess. So.
That whole stretch there was all completely without Julian Edelman there. Given they had Brandon Cooks, but I think Cooks played a little bit of a different position than what Hogan does.
I'm going to throw out there Le'Veon. I really don't think Le'Veon's going to produce because
I have a
I
feeling
think his
he's gonna hurt.
personality is going to get to him. It's already starting to show. I mean, it showed last year, but I think this year he's really starting to show his personality, and I think his personality is going to defeat him. So that's my thought.
I agree.
I hope that doesn't happen because I do have him on one of my teams, and I'd like to see him do well. But I kind of feel like you're right, and like me and Rose were talking the other day, like how can you skip out on
Your
training
teammates
camp,
pretty much too. I think.
Yeah.
It's
not
fair.
be with the team the entire time leading up to the season, and just show up day one, and like I just feel like. I mean, he's a boss, but eventually that's going to catch up with him.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he going to do that he's going to do that every season?
He's not going to know
Right.
the plays in the offense and like who's new with what and stuff, and like he doesn't know any of that. He hasn't even been to anything, nothing this
Yeah.
entire preseason, and we have less than a week before the freaking first game. And he's not even at practice today.
I think he'll get limited touches. He's still going to produce this week against the Browns, but he'll get limited touches, kind of like last
agree.
year, and I think he'll be normal form after.
That's the same thing that happened last year,
Yep.
though. It took him a week or two to get going, and then he was fine.
Le'Veon's Le'Veon, and he will be. He performs every week, so I don't think there'll be an issue there. But I do have a weird feeling, like you said, about maybe an injury.
Yeah,
just how
no, I
it's
can
going
see
and
it.
stuff, so.
Well, this is the last year that they're going to franchise tag him, and then next year he's just going to be gone.
Yep.
So they're just going to let him go, and I think they're just going to run him in the freaking ground. They might as well. Like, I mean, they're like, well, okay, we'll just keep running the ball. 'Cause we don't have to worry about trying to keep him healthy or something,
Yeah.
or like push him to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. He does get hurt a lot, though, every once in a while. He's not invincible.
Did anybody pick up Kareem Hunt?
Not here, but obviously someone did.
Yeah, I don't know which of our players got him, but is that somebody you think is going to?
I
You
think.
think overhyped?
Yeah.
I
Not
agree.
even really overhyped. I just don't think he's going to have as great of his year as he had last year.
I agree.
Honestly.
Yeah, no,
He's still going to be a good running back for
Yeah.
the team, though.
He'll be a good running back. I don't think he's going to show like he did last year. I think the rookie effect of him coming in.
Black magic bullshit's going to come out of the freaking woodwork, and Tanner's going to pick up Kareem Hunt. He's going to go for a couple hundred points a game.
Hey, he's a good second option
He is.
at running back.
Yeah, but you have to take him
Yeah,
as
he
your
goes
first
in the
running
first
back.
round. He goes in the
Yeah,
first round.
no, you're not wrong.
Unless you get him in the back of the 10th or back of the 10
Yeah.
spot.
So I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I think it's gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I think Alvin Kamara is overhyped. I really do.
Yeah, I was going to say
I-
that too, and I have him.
He had an amazing year. Yes, I believe he's got a lot of potential. He's fast, he's quick, but he's small. I think he's small.
Small
He's-
guys get beat up.
He is small,
Yeah.
and if the O line's not the same as it was last year, I don't know. I feel like maybe if teams start to figure him out a little bit and they know how to guard him, that he's not going to be as productive as he was last year. I just don't see it happening where him and Mark Ingram are going to be both in the top 5 for this season for like fantasy. I don't see it happening at all. I don't think it's going to happen whatsoever. So, unpopular opinion, but I don't think he's considered running back 1. I don't think he's a running back 1. I don't.
You don't think he's a running back 1?
No. I think he's. I would put
Really?
Zeke, Le'Veon, David Johnson,
Todd.
Todd. I would even put Saquon. I would put Saquon ahead of him. I put Melvin Gordon ahead of him.
Put Leonard Fournette ahead of him?
Fournette over
I
him,
think I would
maybe.
probably rather have Fournette.
Would you
I
put,
think
hang on,
honestly,
let's go through this. Would you put Kareem Hunt in front of him?
no.
Put Jordan Howard in front of him?
No.
Joe Mixon?
No, but I almost consider some of those guys almost pushing flex, a good flex option. I mean, I guess that's on a stacked team, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's the beginning of running back 2s. Like he's right at the top, but he's not he's not a running back one. I think he's a little overhyped. Not saying he's going to do bad, but he's a little overhyped from what he's projected in the draft. Put it that way. That's my 2 cents about that.
I agree. I think Ingram's got a lot of value.
Yeah, do you think Ingram's going to be the man when he comes back? I'm not
No.
saying like dominant touches at first. I'm talking about performance, like from game 4 on or 5 on.
Not necessarily. I mean, that's tough to miss the first 4 games after someone's been well established. And yeah, I hope he comes back strong because I also have him. I have him on my team, and he might, if he does well, he'll probably be my saving grace for my dynasty league team because I lost McKinnon,
Yeah.
and so he's going to have to be my running back too. And I have a feeling he's not going to be as that. Like I said, I don't think either one of them will be that productive. I don't think the years past they haven't. Or he hasn't. He moans and gripes when he doesn't get carries.
Yeah.
And the only reason he didn't last year was because they were winning. They were, dropping yards on yards and yards. That I don't think the same thing's going to happen when things aren't going their way. Maybe the Saints have a good year, but that's just my personal opinion.
I think the Saints are going to have a very good year. They're going to try to make a run for the Super Bowl. Like, their offense is pretty deadly.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. They got 2 really good running backs, Michael Thomas, Drew Brees. Man,
Sure.
you can't get much better than that. It's pretty good.
Ted Ginn.
Jesus.
Is Ted Ginn there again?
Fucking
Hey, I dropped him.
Good. It's not good. I don't think he's good.
Chase, there's a future for you right there, my man.
Yeah, right.
He's
I had Ted
He's real
Ginn.
young.
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah. at
Yeah,
one
he was
point.
solid. wasn't
Yeah,
he?
I had him for a couple weeks. Yeah, he was okay. I had him at flex for a couple weeks.
You guys got anybody? Did you say anybody?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Cody, did you say?
I think.
Yeah, like,
All right, this is definitely going out on a limb. I think Deshaun Watson will be a little bit less hype than what he's getting right now. Like last year, he went on a scorching
agree.
hot streak. I still think he'll be very productive, but I think people are expecting him to pick up right where he left off. I just don't think that's going to happen. So I don't
He
know.
might go in too trigger happy because I feel like that's what happens with him.
I did watch a few of his highlights from last year, and he has a good arm on him, but like he throws it up, and most of the time he has good receivers that can go up and kind of
I saw
that
him in
50-50 ball.
preseason games, a few of them, and he did throw a couple. I think he one or 2 interceptions because he just threw it up. He just got a little trigger happy.
And maybe defenses are kind of like, okay, this kid can throw, so we're kind of gonna plan for that. So
No, I agree.
someone who's
So, now what about somebody who you think doesn't get enough hype? Like somebody that's undervalued this year that you actually really like, or a player like that?
I think Devin Funches for Carolina is going to be a beast this year.
I agree.
He's going to
Yeah,
be
that's a good
Cam
consistency.
Newton's number 1 man in receiving, deep ball threat, big target. I think he's like 6'4", something like that.
Big dude.
Kind of been overshadowed the last couple of years with Kelvin Benjamin and Olsen, but I think Funch is going to break out this year and have a good year.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I love it.
I feel like nobody's talked about Tyreek Hill.
Dude, I think Tyreek Hill is going to have a freaking season. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
dude, Patrick Mahomes is known for having his big ass strong arm that can chuck it 70 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, that is literally what he does.
Yeah, he's
is
so
makes his bread and
fucking
butter
fast,
off of
like-
freaking bombs, and they've done it
Yeah.
a couple times in the preseason. People are like, "Wow, that might be somebody that could win you the league, dude." Because
Yeah.
if he gets one of those balls, he's gonna get like 15, 20 fantasy
Yeah.
points. I mean, if he does that half the games,
They
you
also-
probably are gonna have a good chance at winning that week. Like,
The Chiefs also have Sammy Watkins. If he would just, he's so, I don't know, he has so much potential, but he
Yep.
just hasn't shown it yet. And I think this year he potentially also
I
kind
think
of get on
he
the
might.
incline maybe.
I think he might not do super well,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm just hopeful.
Yeah, I'm hopeful too, and sometimes I think I get blind by the fact that these teams are cutting these people. There's a reason why they're cutting them, and
Yep. Because
You
if they
know
were
what I
really
mean?
good
If
and
they're-
valuable, they would keep it.
exactly, and they must not be looking that great in practice, or something, whatever. But
Something we don't know.
something weird. I don't know. It's strange, but
No, I agree. Somebody who I'm excited to watch, though, is Andrew Luck.
Oh, come on.
I'm
Took
sorry.
mine. That's exactly the
I'm
person I was
sorry.
thinking.
But I think when he was at his prime, he was a top 5 quarterback, like almost top 3. Like just a stud. He would just get tons of touchdowns, tons of yards. Like just knew how to play quarterback. And if he can just replicate some of that, like he's still going to be really good. Like that Colts team, that offensive line, I don't think's good at all. He's going to get destroyed, and it might be kind of a disaster. Their defense is definitely the worst in the league. I think their defense is god awful.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So it's like, man, I don't know. Like it might not be this year, but I think down the road when they can just build a little bit around him and got him back now,
Yeah.
that they can. They've got some young people that can come up. I mean, they still got. I don't like the running back situation. I think they need to draft a running back because I don't think Marlon Mack's that good. But he might get some opportunity this year, but that doesn't mean he's a good running back.
Would you guys call this the year for the underdogs? For last year's underdogs? Like, you know, we got Browns who are underdogs, you know, going to make a come up this year. The Giants who were underdogs last year who are going to make a come up this year with Saquon and Odell if they stay healthy. I almost would call this the year of the underdogs to let them, you know, shine a little bit.
I agree.
I think they'll
mean-
win more games. That's it.
Yeah.
And who do you think is going to go to the shitter from last year?
Who do you think's gonna be like? Way worse of a team?
New England.
New England.
Really?
You think it'll take a
Never
step down?
count out number 12.
Oh, you can never count out Tom Brady, but I mean, I don't think they're going to be as
Jets.
Jets. Are
Oh,
not,
yeah, that's a good choice.
they're not gonna be good.
good.
But the Bills made the playoffs
Oh,
last
the
year, and they're gonna be
Dolphins.
freaking. They might win 3 games.
Dolphins are probably going to be awful.
Yeah, that's true.
They lost their best weapon in Landry.
Tampa Bay might not be that great either.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Winston suspended 3
but
games.
the thing is, Dolphins and Tampa Bay didn't really do great last year, so.
Well, I just think it got worse.
Oh, okay.
Especially Dolphins.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the Steelers might take a notch down this year. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
That's a good thought.
They could.
Potentially.
They're a Super Bowl winning team pick for some people, for a lot of people.
They are every year, though. You know what I mean?
they
Yeah.
are.
Never get it done.
Are we? I think with this year, are we going to see a truly dominant team, like kind of like in years past, emerge, or is it?
I think so.
Is it going to be even spread now?
I think it's going to be a little more even, to be honest.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
not one team that's overpowering of anybody else.
I agree.
I think the NFC's way better than the AFC.
Yeah. it
Oh
is.
yeah.
Yes.
That's not how it's
For
been in
sure.
years past, though.
No, absolutely.
But they've definitely gotten a lot better. Of course, basketball West Coast is powerhouse, and now it's turning in the NFL West Coast. Go figure.
What about Dallas Cowboys dropping? I know this is not very, fantasy pertinent, but Dallas Cowboys dropped Dan Bailey, their lead kicker, which used to be kind of like a fantasy kicker. Like he was a really good fantasy kicker.
He was a fantasy kicker.
Okay, don't give me this shit. He was a really good fantasy kicker for the last 2 years, and now they just go out and drop him.
He's
I
getting
think
old, man.
that's just unusual.
I think he's pretty old.
He's old? I don't think he's old. I don't know.
I mean, the shelf life for a kicker's a while though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
For a kicker.
What is it, Matt? What is it, Matt Bryant?
Kickers can come and
He's
go.
freaking
44.
He's really old. He's over
44.
40. He's an old guy.
Yeah.
Terry's up there.
You know, the thing is, Brady's over 40 years old, but he doesn't look like he's over 40.
No, not
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
because he's getting those treatments every day.
Steroid
saying.
treatment.
From his doctor, his guru.
Hey, they're prescribed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are Tom Brady's deals. They've been effective
So
for the last 10 years.
Who do you guys think is going to be the number 1 running back at the end of the year? Healthy, staying healthy.
This is a good conversation.
Number one
If all,
running back.
if all of them stayed healthy?
If they all stayed healthy, based on how good their team's going to be, who's going to be fantasy
Just
leader?
overall total fantasy
total
points.
fantasy
I'm saying Zeke.
I was thinking Zeke too. We might.
I think
He's going to get the ball a lot.
No, the offensive line still very,
Zeke,
very good.
damn,
I'm thinking Todd
he's
Gurley.
going to get the ball a lot this year.
yeah, because
It's hard to argue against Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
What he
Todd
did last
Gurley.
year. If he even does 90% of what he did, he'll still be the fucking fantasy point leader.
Yeah.
I like Zeke. I like Zeke.
I think Zeke's going to have a better year. Obviously, way better year than last year, but I don't know.
I want to see what David Johnson can do.
I think David's going to be a nightmare for defenses.
I agree. That dude, he was like a receiver in college. He can catch.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Really good.
He can move.
And he's
in
a
a
big dude, he
PPR
can
league,
run.
I would definitely say that David Johnson is going to be number 1. running backs.
You think?
But in a standard, I don't know.
Le'Veon's pretty good
Yeah.
PPR back down. Too.
See, but I go back to the thing. I don't think Le'Veon's going to be that great this year. So I would choose David over Le'Veon this year in a PPR.
I mean, okay, so in all honesty though, if everyone's healthy and everyone's going to play, Le'Veon's best back.
Okay, yeah.
I
In those
think
terms,
he is.
yeah.
He can do everything. Anything and everything. It doesn't
Patient
matter.
runner, which is
I
amazing.
forgot that was part of the question, but whatever.
I think Le'Veon's gonna make you eat those words.
Yeah, he probably will. He'll come knocking on my door with his huge ego. And how dare you say that?
That's exactly what you would say.
Le'Veon, if you want to know where he lives,
You know who I think?
comment in the other section.
You know who I think a dark horse is for the rushing leader? Jordan Howard.
Really?
I think he could do it. I think it's come out, they're under a new coach, so they're going to have a new offense, they're going to have different schemes and stuff. They said he's going to be a 3-down back. Like, I think he's got the talent. The dude's a freaking horse, man. I
I
mean,
think he needs to lose weight.
you think? You think he needs to get a little bit leaner?
Yeah. He needs
I
to
think
get
that's why
more
he's so
weight.
good, though, is because he doesn't get hurt as much because he's got a little bit of weight.
Yeah,
on.
but that was Le'Veon. I mean, dude, when Le'Veon first came out of college, the dude was big as shit. He was way bigger than he is now, and he leaned up, and it made him what he is now.
So much better.
I'm
It's
gonna go
almost,
with
like Draymond Green talking
Oh,
about
no.
Michigan State, but same thing.
Those Michigan State players that come out
What
here.
agree?
Kirk Cousins. Look at that.
I'm gonna counter that and say this is one of your players where you just think no one else thinks he's good, but you think he's gonna have a monster year. I think he's gonna be shit. Not shit, but just a little shit. Like Jordan Howard.
You think Jordan Howard's going to be shit?
I think he's gonna score and produce, but not as much as you think.
Yeah.
I'm still shaky on the Trubisky situation being the quarterback. Like developed into the
Yeah.
offense and stuff. So.
How do you guys think Mixon's going to do?
I think a lot better than last year. I think
Definitely.
I think Mixon will have like a solid year. It's not going to be like wow. That's going to be a top 5 running back next year. But I think a very solid, safe season. Score close to like 10 touchdowns. I'd say.
Definitely have more confidence in him than I
Yeah.
did in Jeremy Hill.
Yes.
Oh,
As an
yeah.
all-around runner.
Oh, yeah.
Just better.
I do
Well, with
like
Jeremy
Mixon.
Hill, we had to do like this 2-back system of like him and Bernard. And you just kind of knew what was coming. But with Mixon,
He can
the
do it
freaking
all.
they've been lining him as like a wide receiver
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's
Like,
true.
what? He caught a
Mixon-
touchdown.
Yeah, Mixon's good. Athletic as hell.
How do you think Hill does at Patriots? When they sign him?
Yeah,
Jeremy Hill?
Jeremy
Oh,
Hill.
I
It's
don't-
hard to tell. They got so many backs over there that
Yeah.
are designated to different things. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
they have,
You're
like
right.
James White receiving, Burkhead all-purpose. Jeremy Hill's just gonna be a power 3 down, like a 3rd down, goal line. I don't know. It's
No, I think that's always going to be to pound the rock
Yeah.
into the end zone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
LeGarrette Blount.
I mean, they got so many options though now. They still got so.
Can't really
so many
trust
choices.
the New England running back to
It's tough.
consistently get you fantasy points.
It's tough to lean on him.
It's true.
So you just don't know who it's going to be. Be one guy for about 3 games, and it's not. It's like, now what do you do?
Yo, whatever happened to the Packers running back that got traded?
Eddie
to?
Lacy?
Yeah. Is he even in
I
the
don't
league?
think
Been
he
old
plays
news for a
anymore.
while.
I think he fell off the earth.
Yeah.
He got fat and fell off the side of the earth. That's what happened.
Bringing up Eddie Lacy.
All right.
If you would have told me we brought up Eddie Lacy on this show before we started recording, I'd be like, why the fuck did you brought him?
That's true, but I was trying to think about like, is he alive? I mean, has anybody talked about the guy?
Who's going to
No,
be the
he's
best
not
wide
fantasy
receiver at the end of the year?
Oh, yeah.
Best wide receiver?
Oh.
Antonio
Odell?
Brown?
I'm saying Odell.
Antonio, if he stays healthy.
Yes.
I just don't know how you compete
I don't
against
know. But, I mean, no one ever mentions him really, but he's always gets so many catches and yards. Keenan Allen.
He's projected to be way up there this year.
Yeah, he's usually
He's the
second.
man for Phillip too.
it.
So
He did really good.
Tyreek Hill.
I don't think
Jesus
that's
Christ.
I'm a huge Tyreek Hill fan.
Tyreek Hill, if you're out there
What?
listening by some chance, will you hang out with this kid, please?
Cody, why do you like Tyreek Hill so much?
Dude,
like,
he
he's
is
a good
so
player.
fast.
But why do you like him? Like, you love him.
I don't know.
He's fast, man. He's fast.
He's quick one. I don't know. I don't know. I've always liked Tyreek Hill.
Cody's like, I like the way he looks.
Something about him.
Always likes Tyreek Hill.
I think,
Sean McCoy.
I think DeAndre Hopkins, and I still think Odell's going to have the best year. I think DeAndre's going to be up there, which he was last year, but I think this year with a healthy Watson, hopefully, he's just going to be a beast. And then I think Devontae Adams is also going to emerge with Aaron Rodgers being the number one option. So I don't know.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Just a risk.
I like
guess.
that.
It's going to be interesting how Green Bay's offense shakes out
Yeah.
with not having Jordy there anymore, who's such an integral part of the passing game.
Yeah.
And he's just not there anymore. Like Devontae Adams kind of going to take over.
Yep.
Do we think Jordy's Derek's number one option?
I would say, well, it's hard to tell.
Mark Cooper.
Yeah, Mark Cooper's number one. He's younger, more
Yeah,
athletic.
that worked out real well last year.
It
2
will
years
this
ago
year.
was good, though. Yeah, I think it'll be good this year.
I'm going to make sure
Mark Cooper's the greatest.
that he gets
Yes.
a lot of fantasy points against you in Week 9 in our Dynasty. I hope he's the reason I win that week is because of Mark Cooper.
It's all right.
That'll
You already
be great.
have 2 starters out. I think I'm gonna be okay.
It ain't going to matter.
It ain't. It's not. It is not going to matter. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
So,
I got Tyreek Hill and Deshaun Watson
Oh, you're gonna have a
and
great year.
Le'Veon.
With Tyreek Hill, you get 100 points per game.
I know.
Cody, do you even own Tyreek Hill in any leagues, though?
I don't.
Trade coming soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'll trade you at like.
Actually, has anyone thought?
You want another quarterback? I'll give you Dak.
Josh Gordon is gonna be number one.
Has anyone thought
Josh
about
Gordon.
trading yet?
Yes,
Fix
it's
it,
probably you.
Fix sent me a trade.
What was the trade?
He sent me Marshawn Lynch and Larry Fitzgerald from his team to me, and he wanted in return Michael Thomas and Kerryon Johnson.
So you sent you a bag of dirt.
Why would I
great
take?
wide
Why would
receiver.
I trade out that old man's club for the fucking
Retirement home right there coming at you.
Why would I do that? Like, why would I risk the upside of
Yeah.
Kerryon
I'm pretty sure
Johnson and
I was
the
with
stability of
Figley.
Michael Thomas?
Kerryon
I was with
Johnson.
Figley when he did that, and he was kind of just playing it off as kind of like a bullshit trade. But
Yeah,
I
well,
He
think
talks
he
about
was
Michael
sort of
Thomas.
serious.
He talks about Michael Thomas all the time. He wants him bad. So.
Well,
I
he
don't
ain't
think
getting
so.
him. I'm not trading him away. He's too good. Like, drafting him for a reason. Yeesh.
Yeah, but
Do you how good do you think Michael Thomas is going to be this year?
I think he's going to be a beast.
You really
Yep.
think he's gonna be better than last year?
I think the Saints' passing offense is going to take a step forward.
Michael
they-
Thomas. Yeah.
Breeze only threw like 23 passing touchdowns
Yeah.
last year, and that's low for him. Really low. That's
Yeah,
lowest in
that
like
is pretty low.
9 out of 10. That's his lowest in like 10 years.
He did amazing.
Yeah. So I think he'll regress and have some positive regression. So
But other than
Thomas
that
is gonna
scent
see that.
trade, has anyone looked through each other's teams and kind of have their eye on
Chase,
anyone?
I did want to try and trade for Tyreek Hill, to be honest.
Did you?
I was trying to think of how I could do it, but
Well,
I was
I'm
like,
gonna get to him first.
Well, I mean, now
oh, and actually,
Jerick
now you do.
McKinnon's out. I mean, it's like
Need some backs.
I am gonna need backs, but I don't think I can give up Tyreek Hill.
What if I gave
Just
you
dynasty or standard?
What if I gave you like
Standard.
I don't know, Derrick Henry and like
I had Derrick Henry last year and didn't do crap for
He's
me.
the man this year. Though.
Yeah.
What if I give you like Derrick Henry and Josh Gordon?
I already have Josh Gordon.
Don't.
And standard, I think I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And Bears.
I could have sworn I had. But
I
whatever.
think I might be dynasty, bro.
Oh well.
Well, if there's no trades yet, it's a matter of time before.
Oh,
a
it's
big
gonna happen.
injury happens.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen.
I think it'll happen.
Week
before.
1, we're gonna see like 15 trades.
I think after Thursday night's game, I think we're gonna have some trades on the clock.
Damn, after Thursday night's game.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
I think Blake
Well,
already.
one game.
Dude.
Blake's probably already got some in mind. He just hasn't pulled the trigger.
I think after Sunday for
Oh, they're
sure.
in my queue right now. They're in my queue.
We'll talk Chase after the podcast.
Okay.
We'll figure something.
That's fine.
I get first option.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because I called it. At least get a chance.
Okay.
You heard it
Here
here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
All right.
Oh,
Chad's getting a little
No.
hungry.
Well, how do you think the tight end situation is going to shake out? We don't talk about tight ends much here. Like, what do you think? Who do you think is going to be like the number one? Do you think it's going to be Gronk? Like, I don't know how you argue against Gronk when he's healthy. Like, he's the best tight end
Tyler
maybe
Eifert,
ever. Like,
for sure.
I don't think Travis Kelce's going to have as big year as last year
I agree.
with a new quarterback. and Patrick, but still consistent, just not as dominant as last year, I think. That's one I've kept in mind, I guess, to think about. So. Same with Ertz right away, until I just feel him and Wentz had that connection more than Foles and Ertz, obviously. So they're two people I think are going to take a little step down this year.
I think you're right.
I think Rudolph might have a big year, though.
I like Rudolph this
With
year.
Kirk
I like him
Cousins.
a lot.
Yep.
I like his value in the drafts where you could get him. You have to pay up for him. And even when I was watching this thing on NFL Network, and it was during training camp and stuff, and he threw a pass to Kyle Rudolph, and they had like the mic on Kirk Cousins, and he's like, man, that guy's a friendly target. And I'm like, for him saying that specific line,
exactly.
I was like, yeah, he's gonna trust him and like to throw.
Yep.
He already has a rapport with throwing it at the tight end a lot. He likes that. And Kyle Rudolph can do it.
I got him starting in Dynasty.
Yeah, no, it's a good.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think about Trey Bird?
I think when he came in and relieved Ertz last year, he was almost just as good. I don't want to say just as good, but just as productive.
Yeah.
And now he's the man in Chicago, right?
Yep.
So I think it's not risky, but kind of like a we'll see situation.
Yeah.
But I definitely think he could be.
The only
could be
concern
good.
I have with it is I think he's going to get the opportunity. I just don't think Mitch Trubisky's that good.
Yeah, I agree.
I really don't.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised where he got drafted in place that year. I mean,
Did
they
he get
did.
drafted over Deshaun Watson?
I think so, yeah.
I think
That's
a lot of
ridiculous.
A lot of people did.
That's
Sad.
insane. Who made that decision?
Well, the Browns definitely did.
Yeah, Browns definitely did.
But yeah, to add on to that, I think two sleepers are an Eifert and a Jordan Reed. Health problems, like, a lot of their career. If they stay healthy, I think they can be big targets to respective quarterbacks. So
I think Tyler Eiffert's going to have the greatest year ever. I also,
If he can stay healthy, his freaking bones are made of glass, though.
Who?
Tyler Eifert. He
Yeah.
He literally cannot stay healthy on the field. He was hurt before, like during training camp, he was hurt.
I think if he gets hurt one more time, we gotta walk away from him.
They have to. Just draft a tight end or something.
Yep.
Man, if they would have got like an Njoku or something,
Yep.
wow.
Ooh, man.
That would have been deadly in the Bengals offense. Like, he would have been an athletic freak.
Bengals fans. You
I
guys make me sick.
No, dude, I think the Bengals are going to do really well this year.
I think Andy Dalton.
That's what they say every year.
I'm dead
Who's
serious.
your team, Cody?
Packers.
Their offense is
LOL.
potent.
Lol.
I think their offense is very potent this year. With A.J. Green, John Ross.
Yep. I think
Mixon.
John Ross could be a potential dynasty player later on. He just has electric speed,
Yeah.
playmaker, something to keep an eye on.
No, I agree. A.J. Green is getting a little bit older. He's still got a couple years left.
Yeah, for sure.
And as long as A.J. Green's there, John Ross is just not going to
I just don't know. I don't know how you guys deal with your quarterback, Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
He's not
He's
that
pretty bad.
I don't know how
no,
you,
he is.
I don't know how
he's
you can deal
not
with
that
no
bad.
running back game and no defense for like 10 years in a row.
Look, man,
Oh, Aaron
we've done
Rodgers.
perfectly fine.
Better than the Bengals, though.
Yeah,
Better
still
than
better
the
than Bengals.
I think the Browns are better this year than the Bengals.
That's debatable.
Oh, that is.
You wanna bet that?
That is not. I
End
would
of
not
season
bet
record,
that.
the Browns will have a
Yep.
better record
Bet.
than the Bengals. I'll bet
Bet.
that all day.
About $100.
Not that dumb, but yeah, beer bet.
Not that dumb. That was a dumb statement to make in the first place. I'll back up the Bengals
No.
for this one.
Browns are definitely gonna
Come on,
win a few
Browns,
games,
I
but
need
not
you.
be better than
They're
the
not
Bengals.
going to make the
Browns, I
playoffs.
need you. Come on, buddy boy.
I'm calling it here. I'm not beer betting on this, but the Bengals win their first playoff game this year.
Oh,
Oh God.
they got to make it to a playoff game this year.
I just think if everybody stays healthy, I think this team could.
Who's your team?
I'm not an NFL
The
fan.
Eagles.
You're not an NFL fan.
I mean, I'm an
Take that
NFL
back.
fan. I'm not
What are we even
Your
doing?
fantasy skills do.
Yeah.
Your fantasy skills do show that
You are
Sure.
not an
correlation
NFL
there.
fan.
Whatever. It's a lot of bad luck.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
You have to handle adversity. Everybody's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did. I had to deal with the Zeke thing last year.
You chose.
Sucked.
You chose.
Yeah, and I thought he was going to start at the
take
beginning
him.
of the season. And I
Yeah.
got pushed back through the playoffs.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Well,
Screwed.
you think he was going to be? He was going to take it. He knew the man was going to fight it as long as he could.
You had David Johnson and
That'd have been a stupid combination.
And then David Johnson got hurt, and Zeke had his thing.
Yeah,
I was like,
somebody
had
was
to
like-
rebuild.
Somebody was like, "Oh, you didn't pick up David Johnson?" I was like,
Still made it to
"Yeah,
the
I did
championship.
not."
You still made it to the championship.
Yeah, that's true. But,
Fantasy mindset.
All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
I think that's it.
All right. That's it for today's Beer League podcast. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Beer League FB. Go ahead and give us a like, retweet us, send us a DM. When you got any questions, tweet at us. We'll tweet you back. Be on the lookout for polls. We'll be posting those every once in a while just to see what people and feedback we will get. We actually posted one today, and it was who's the better quarterback, Derek Carr, Andy Dalton, or Alex Smith, or Cody Butts? And Cody Butts won by like 65% of the votes went to Cody.
A lot of potential.
Who
And I
was,
think-
who was the second?
And then Derek Carr won, and then Alex Smith was slowly behind him, and then Andy Dalton
see, I've
was
got the
dead.
arm. I've got the arm though.
Cody's got the arm.
Slacking on mobility.
He
though.
does lack mobility in the pocket.
Look, man, I'm a little bit slow, but I've
Tyreek
got
Hill,
it.
Tyreek Hill can teach him that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you can teach me his speed.
That's it for today, guys. Go ahead and keep a lookout for new episodes that will be coming out every week for the Beer League podcast. Beer League!
Beer